Hello, class. I know it's a little surprising for me to have a map of the United States here today when in the last lecture we were talking about the conquest of Normandy. The Norman conquest of England, so you'd expect a map of Europe here. But the reason I've got United States here is I want to talk in the 11th century when the Norman conquest happened. It's interesting some of the things that were happening in the United States. In Wisconsin, and Indiana, there were these mounds that were built by Native Americans. Also, it's Indiana right on the Missouri River here. Also in Ohio, Iowa, and down in Oklahoma. So I'm not going to get into these prehistoric mounds, but if you get a chance, you should look them up because they're really interesting. All right, back to what we should be talking about, and that's the Norman conquest. So Normandy, which is up in northern France here, the Duke of Normandy was, as you remember from last lecture, was Richard the Magnificent. And his son, William, eventually took over when he passed away. But William was born of Richard's mistress, so a lot of people called him William the Bastard, but still he was accepted as the Duke of Normandy. And now what happened is King Edward the Confessor passed away in January of 1066, who was King of England. And since he had no children, he passed it on to his brother-in-law, Harold Godwinson, who became king. Well, this is Normandy, France here, and this is where William thought he should be king. So he went to England to become king. At the same time, another Harold, King of Norway, came to England because he felt he should be king. So William and Harold, King of Norway, fought here at the Battle of Hastings, which I talked about last time in 1066. And that is where William became known as William the Conqueror. And in 1066, Christmas Day of 1066, was crowned the first Norman king.
Honey, this is calculus class. I thought this was the calculus class you're teaching.
Oh, okay. Hello, calculus class. Today we're going to talk about, what are we going to talk about? Let's talk about integration by substitution. So that'll be over here. This is section 6.2. And substitution is a very powerful thing in mathematics. You've seen it in when you're working with systems of equations, but here we're going to need it for integration